There's growing fallout over the whistleblower complaint that has led to a formal impeachment investigation of President Trump. As ABC's Rachel Scott shows us, the acting director of national intelligence testified before the House Intelligence Committee today.
The nation's top intelligence official facing tough questions from lawmakers on that whistleblower complaint that has triggered the push to investigate President Trump for possible impeachment.
You went to the subject of the complaint for advice first about whether you should provide the complaint to Congress.
I believe that everything here in this matter is totally unprecedented.
In the hot seat, Joseph McGuire, the acting director of national intelligence, responding to questions as to why the administration stopped that complaint from being passed on to the Congressional Intelligence Committees as required by law, after the Inspector General found it credible and of urgent concern.
To me, it just seemed prudent to be able to check and ensure, as a member of the executive branch, before I sent it forward.
His testimony comes as a declassified version of that whistleblower complaint was released to the American public. In that complaint, the whistleblower says White House officials were deeply disturbed by what transpired on a phone call between President Trump and the president of Ukraine back in July, saying they had witnessed the president abuse his office for personal gain. And the White House summary of that call released yesterday confirms the president repeatedly asked the Ukrainian leader to investigate his potential political rival Joe Biden and his son, who had business dealings in the country. The president insists the call was pitch perfect.
It's a joke. Impeachment for that?
But the unnamed whistleblower reported hearing that White House officials were directed to remove the electronic transcript of the call from the computer systems where they are normally stored. Democrats expressing outrage as some Republicans come to the president's defense.
So once again, this supposed scandal ends up being nothing like what we were told.
And that whistleblower complaint will likely provide a roadmap for Democrats and their impeachment inquiry. It also cites witnesses and a timetable for what led up to that call. Rachel Scott, ABC News, Capitol Hill.